Hey guys, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're at the Toronto FC versus the Brazil Living Legends match. This is going to be absolutely amazing. So I thought it was the perfect opportunity to test my brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 4. We have tons of new features and filters, so I'm really excited to test that out with you guys today. And I feel like today is the perfect opportunity. I'm actually here today with Apple, so I'm going to be taking a lot of photos on my iPhone 17 Pro Max that I'll show you guys as well throughout this video. This is going to be such an awesome event, and the camera quality already looks amazing. Like, whoa. I also brought my Osmo Pocket 3, so you can see if it's worth it to upgrade from the 3 to the 4. As a huge soccer fan, I'm so hyped today because we have our TFC legends and obviously some of the best players in the world. Ronaldinho is in the house. Growing up playing soccer, I would probably freak out if I knew as a kid that I'd be able to see Ronaldinho live in my home city. So this is gonna be epic. We're gonna watch the players warm up and practice first. So I'm just standing on the edge of the pitch right now, trying not to be in anyone's way. Now, the first thing I love about the DJI 4 is that it has 107 gigabytes of internal storage, so you don't even need to bring a micro SD. If you forget it or you're using it on like another device, you're all good. So right now it says that I have 5.5 hours of video that I can shoot, and there's no micro SD in my device. I love that because I sometimes forget, I'm not even kidding, so I'm glad that we have this. A little stress off me. This phone shoots at 4K 240, whereas a 3 shot at 4K 120. And already I can see a huge difference, like with the light behind me. I don't even know, like this looks so good. I wonder what it's gonna look like when I see it on my computer display later when I check out the footage, but right now, fire. What do you guys think? So the Toronto FC Stadium, BMO Field, is all the red seats, right? And now all the gray ones over here behind me that are like literally look like they're going to the sky are gonna be the additional seats they made for the World Cup, which is sick, and it's coming to Toronto. I've been waiting for this World Cup for forever. It's like, to be in Toronto is gonna be awesome. So I'm actually going to some of the games, all the Croatia games, obviously. So yeah, that's really cool. And over here, as you see up there, those ones are new as well. So it's cool to see what they've built to prepare for the World Cup. I want to show you guys what the beauty and glamour filters look like on this device. So we're in natural light right now. I do have some light from the stadium on my face as well. So let's put on the beauty filter. So I just put on the Beautify filter. It made me tanned to number 5. The smoothness on my skin, the highest, which is 5, and also brightness of my skin. Kind of looks like I have a filter on, which I don't like, but let's put on the Glamorize filter now and see what that looks like. I had to access it with the app, and I think that it looks really filtered, so I'm gonna turn it off. What do you guys think? I don't know. Ooh, a ball's coming to me. I'm gonna pass it back. Yeah, it looks so interesting to me like this. It kind of takes out the sharpness, so we're not gonna use it, but it's fun, I guess, if you're trying to do a little bit of tweaks and stuff. It's pretty good. This is with the 4x zoom, and the 3 only has a 2x zoom, so we get a nice upgrade with that for sure. So I've been using this for 2 hours straight. It's just been in my hand, even if I'm not like shooting, it's just on, so I can get like a quick shot. It is at 69%, so I mean that's not bad. That's pretty good. It charges to 80% in 18 minutes, so that's really great. If I brought a charger, I could just plug it in somewhere quickly, but I don't need to. So 69%, pretty good. The match is about to start. Let's go. I love that we now have new buttons. This one on the left accesses the zoom. So you click it once and it will go to 2x zoom. And then the button beside it can be set to a custom control of your liking. I also brought my DJI Osmo 3, so let's shoot some comparisons so you can see side by side the difference, especially with the zoom, because we can only do 2x on the 3 and 4x on the 4. But let's see what the camera quality looks like and the difference. It's really good lighting right now, so it's a perfect time to test. This camera also supports D-Log 10-bit. This is what the footage looks like raw, and this is what it looks like color graded. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has D-Log 8-bit. It's halftime and it is 2-1 for Toronto FC Legends, which is pretty epic. Go Toronto FC. There's going to be a concert now, but I want to show you that we have a new little fun thing, a new light attachment. Check this out. It is so tiny, but it just attaches on the top. I love how useful this is. Now we have a new gesture control feature, so you can open your palm, raise your hand and open your palm to start or stop the gimbal following. That's really useful when you're out and about. And you can even make a peace sign to the camera to take a photo or start or stop video recording. You just lower your hand after the countdown starts and you're ready to film. As someone who self-shoots a lot, this is extremely helpful. I noticed that the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 has way better stabilization. It actually includes 3-axis stabilization. It was a lot easier for me to film and get really good shots. Definitely an upgrade I'm approving. The game just ended and I'm with one of my besties,
Nicole.
Hey! So we actually had lunch today together and now we're here at the game.
And it's been pretty good.
Yeah, what was the score?
4-2 for Brazil.
Yeah, pretty awesome. How do you like my new camera? Isn't it cute?
So cute.
Yeah, did you even know I had this in my pocket this whole time?
I did not know. But Kat and I used to work here together way back in the day.
Yes, we did. That's how we met and we're still besties. So I'll continue this vlog. Bye! As you guys can see, it is pretty dark. We're shooting in really low light. We have this tiny little mic that has a magnet attachment that we can attach like this. Let me show you. So now our lighting is so much better. We can also turn it down a little like this. Change it from cool to warm. I think I like this natural tone one. I think it looks so much better, and this is such a useful tool. It's also so small, so the accessory is an absolute must-have. If you're thinking of getting this camera, definitely get the mic attachment. I think I bought it separately, so it's only 50 bucks. I would recommend it, and I wish I had this on my DJI Osmo 3 because so many times at night I feel like I wasn't getting good quality footage on my Osmo 3, but now with this light, come on, actual game changer. Okay guys, I'm back at home. Here are my final thoughts about the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. So the first thing is I do like this new little contraption that they put on it so you can put in your purse and the gimbal doesn't get ruined. Although it's a little hard to take on and off, I like how it keeps my camera super small and fits in all of my tiny little purses. Overall, I really enjoyed using this camera. I feel like the gimbal is so much easier to move around and I'm able to shoot quicker on it. I feel like on my Pocket 3, it was a little harder to get used to moving around the camera and also being able to quickly zoom in as well when you're taking shots. That's definitely a huge upgrade on this. And also having buttons on here really takes it to the next level. I kind of wish there were more buttons. I feel like it's just easier to use quickly when it's a button rather than the touch screen. But the touchscreen on this is like super responsive and really awesome. However, when I was in the Arctic, maybe a month ago, Canadian Arctic, it was so hard to use the touchscreen and like quickly zoom in and change my settings because I was always wearing a glove, and it just would have been a lot easier if there were physical buttons. So I am happy there are physical buttons on this. I wish there were more. Also, having internal storage is huge. Many times I've forgotten a micro SD or it was just in another camera and I was switching back and forth. We love that. Now I will always be shooting with the 10-bit log on this device. So let me know what you guys think about it in my upcoming videos. I'm filming another video tomorrow with Google. So I have a lot more YouTube videos coming out that I will be filming on this phone. So as I'm using it, let me know what you guys think. But I'm overall really excited about it. I love that I have the 3 and the 4. I can shoot more multiple angle stuff and just have a lot more footage. And the last thing is the accessories. This little light is epic. I love that it moves so much. It goes like every direction. It just clips on super easily like that. I hate carrying around so many different things, so having this tiny little light is very useful. It's literally smaller than this mic. Now, something we need on this device is to have 4K vertical shooting. I'm not going to be filming vertical short form videos on this. I like filming it on my phone and just editing it on my phone instantly. But if we get an upgrade vertically, it might change my mind. So excited to see what DJI comes out with next. And I'm very happy about this. I'm really happy that I got my hands on it. I love how small and compact it is. I'm going to be bringing this with me to all the World Cup games I attend. So make sure you're following me to see all of that content. I'm so excited. Go Croatia. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.